Hi guys, Dave back with BTM Reviews, and I want to talk a little bit more about what I was talking about last night with Eric July and his simps. So I get on Twitter or slash X last night and just throw some comments out there. Again, I have 10 followers on Twitter, and it's really weird that I get all these responses from people telling me, "Yo, man, he's the he's the guy that you're so wrong. All these characters make sense. I understand every character plot from all the characters from ISOM 2, and Alpha Core, and I bring up the woke twisted sisters that he brought up, and for years Eric's been talking about the whole problem with Marvel and DC was the fact that people were there that did not believe in the or not believe, but they were talking about the wrong things. And he hires these ladies that talk about all the things that I'm guessing he was against. And then I start getting responses from people on X saying, you know, being woke and other woke things, it's just a degree of woke. What the fuck are we talking about here, guys? You either have a moral compass that leads you in a direction or you don't. But there's a degree of wokeness? Oh my god, I was just like, what are we talking about here? This is insanity. You either believe in what your creator is talking about or you don't. And you don't forgive him for going against what he's preached forever. I couldn't fucking believe it. And then I have people on X saying, why are you trying to tell people what to buy? I would never tell people what to buy. I would just say, wait till it comes out. Listen to people's reviews and then make a decision. But that's not good enough. No. That's just, no. We have to support. I had some other comments that were just downright ridiculous. But again, it's all about supporting the cause. And I understand wanting to support the cause. Don't get me wrong. I'm not an Eric July hater. What I am is a person that says, if we want to make better content for people to enjoy, then maybe we should be a little bit more critical of the artist. There's people on X talking about how Yaira is fantastic. How do you know that? How do you know Yaira is fantastic? You don't know that. It's a concept, and it's a book that's being written, but it's not being released. But it's oh my god, it's so great. That's like saying the Marvels is so great. Just go watch it because it's great. Look, I didn't go see the Marvels because I watched people like Gary on Nerdrotic. I watched, Ryan Cannell. I watched Disparu. I watched The Critical Drinker. And they all said, don't go watch this shit. You know why? Because they knew it was garbage. But why can't they be the same or have the same honesty with us when it comes to the Rippaverse? Don't buy this book. It's not good. And fucking Gary knows what's good and knows what's bad. But he's smart. He never really talks about it because he does not want to lose his credibility with his 940,000 subscribers. And he would if he said that Eric July's books are great or they're better than Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, or Batman. He would lose all kinds of credibility. So he's a smart dude. Give him props. Not Az. Az is losing his shit, and he's losing a lot of credibility because he's got this guy on there with him every week, promoting Eric, of course. And it's just empty bullshit. Guys, there's so much. I'm not a good person to watch on YouTube. I'm just some dude in my basement on a Saturday or Sunday morning at 12:54 making a video talking about people that are trying to sell us why they're good, why we should buy their product. We shouldn't. Sorry about that. My lights flickered. Yeah, we can do. Look, the other thing too is if you don't like Eric, you like Comicsgate or that whole group over there. That's not a thing. Being critical doesn't mean you dislike them. Being critical, like I said to Eric, dude, I just want you to be better. And he blocked me. Oh my God. A guy with all those subscribers should just go, dude, you know what? Appreciate the comment. I'm going to move on. But Eric's not even 35 years old yet. He hasn't lived a life of any knowledge. He's married. He was a rapper. He built a big YouTube channel. He sold, $5 or $7 million worth of comic books, whatever. Again, let's talk about that. That's what he says. That's what Eric says. That's what the Rippaverse says. How do you prove that? Because it's his own crowdfunding campaign. And if it's his own crowdfunding campaign, what do we have to prove the numbers? Kind of like Disney, right? It's their servers. They can say whatever it is. They can say whatever the numbers are, and we go, okay, that's fantastic. Obi-Wan Kenobi show did great. The Mandalorian is a hit. Just like the Rippaverse is a hit. But, at least when you put your shit on, Fund My Comic or Indiegogo or whatever crowdfunding campaign these lesser artists use, we can see the numbers. Eric's just telling us the numbers. So we talked about this last night. I'm not going to go back into it. But again, you take it with a grain of salt. But back to these X followers. I didn't follow SJ. I just signed up for X probably 3 months ago. So I was never into the whole SJW shit. I just listened to people on YouTube talk about how these SJW people are crazy. Well, so are Ripaverse followers. They are insane. They are, oh my God, don't question a thing. Just shut up. And you know what's crazy? I got an X response last night, and it was about, well, when did Eric ever say that he was against woke product? Kind of like his whole career on YouTube. Hey, you know what? That's what ruined Marvel. That's what ruined DC. I'm going to change it back because they've stolen all of our, beloved heroes from us by writing this crap. That's exactly sorry guys, my dog is going crazy. That's exactly what he has been saying forever. And somebody responded to me on X last night and said, when did Eric ever say that our books were not going to be woke, blah blah blah? Well, it's an assumption that his books would never be woke, and hiring the Saska sisters kind of turned or made us rethink that whole process. The Twisted Sisters. Get the fuck out of here, the Twisted Sisters. They wish. And when I responded to that person last night and said, I said something about, what do you mean? It sounds like you work for the Rippaverse. And the response I got was NDA smiley face. Non-disclosure agreement? So you couldn't respond. So what was I to think about that? Hey, if you work for the Rippaverse and somebody on X asks you if you work for the Rippaverse, you can't, admit to that? That's pretty lame, because, it's supposed to be a community and you're just supposed to be able to talk about stuff, and they just said NDA. Smiley face. So I disregarded everything he said to me before that, because, again, he's got a fucking army of people out there supporting what he wants them to promote and berating anything you have to say, whether they're NDA certified or just Rippaverse lovers. And again, guys, there's nothing wrong with what he's trying to do. Just make it better. Make me give a shit about Isom. Make me give a shit about the Alpha Core. Hey guys, if you don't give a shit about Superman or even Batman, and especially Spider-Man, and you didn't read the first book, right away you cared. And again, there's going to be the simps for Eric. Oh, I know why I love Isom. I knew it in the first sentence. No, you didn't. Quit fucking lying to yourself. to make yourself feel good about that $35 purchase you made. Again, let's be honest. We can take criticism. I take criticism and I move on from it, and I move on and try to be better. Eric doesn't. He gets butthurt and creates, different videos about why people are haters, trying to monetize his haters. I'm not monetized, and I probably never will be. Don't care. This is just lethargic. Maybe I should stop watching YouTube. Maybe that would stop me from making videos. Nah, it's too fun. I watched Friday Night Lights yesterday. It was a good show. It was good. A lot of good commentary, a lot of good banter. Razor Fist was great. It was a good show. So, don't think that I hate anything that these groups of people do all the time. I like watching Critical Drinker. I think he has a lot to say. He's a smart guy. I said that last night, I believe, as well. I like Mahler, whatever you want to call him. I like Disbrew. I like Gary. I used to like Eric, or not Eric, but I've never liked Eric. He's always been kind of, full of himself. But I used to like Az a lot. Heels versus Babyface. But man, he's kind of showing his true colors. You can't have Chuck Dixon and Graham Nolan on your show and getting all this great art delivered to you from these guys, and then bringing Eric on your show and saying he's the shit. Credibility goes downhill, dude. And I love the fact that he's, on his weekly show on Sundays, Sunday afternoon tea with Az, talking about whatever's going on and his progress with his weight loss. That's fantastic. It's great. But don't say that Eric is a comic book artist. He's not. He's a guy grifting off of his multiple supporters, cashing in. Problem is, the cash is going down more and more and more. It sucks for Eric, but not for everybody else that's reading the books and going, man, was that as good as let me go buy a bunch of mid-2000s, late 90s, 80s comic books and build up a library that way. It's a lot cheaper and they're better books. I bought 6 long boxes at a comic book store that was closing in my area for like $500, and there's 150 books per box at least. I haven't gone through them all, and I will have enjoyment for the rest of my life. There's a lot of Justice League America, a lot of Batman. It's mostly DC. I picked the DC books or boxes. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of entertainment in there. And I hope to God my kids will read it if I pass on, and my grandkids will read it, because it's all good. It's good stuff. It's entertaining. It's, good art. So, yeah. So let's get back to the whole point. Quit responding on Twitter with your bullshit when you have your only response being, hey, dude, you're gay. He's great. Hey, dude, why are you promoting your thoughts and asking other people not to buy it? Never said that. But, they're just like these SJWs. So fuck them and have a great night. Please leave a comment and like and subscribe to BTM Reviews. I'm going to do this more often. And hey, I forgot. Last night I did the Whiskey Acres 7-year review. This is the regular Whiskey Acres at least 5-year barrels. And I tried it last night, but I didn't give it a full review. I'm going to give it a better review tonight. Like I said about the 7-year, I don't recommend it. It's a $60 bottle, and you can do so much better for $60. And this $50 bottle, keep walking. It's not good. There's just no. You can do so much better. Oh, not good. So again, please like and subscribe to BTM Reviews. Share my videos. Leave shitty comments. Leave good comments. I'll respond. I am more than happy to. It's a great Saturday night, Sunday morning. Peace out.